Powerful storms closing in right now, threatening holiday travel, with flooding and more than a foot of snow, already causing chaos on the roads and at the airport. More than 400 flights already canceled, alerts stretching into the east. And the big question about the Thanksgiving parade, will heavy winds keep those famous balloons on the ground?
Furious flames. Overnight, our team live on the scene as a major wildfire erupts in California, exploding to more than 3,000 acres in just hours, choking highways, threatening homes. Mandatory evacuations underway.
Not above the law. The White House takes a blow in court overnight after trying to block key aides from appearing at hearings. A judge now orders former White House counsel Don McGahn to testify in a scathing judgment. What this could mean for the impeachment investigation.
Mall chaos. Gunfire erupting during holiday shopping, at least 2 people injured.
Texting tragedy. The woman convicted of vehicular homicide, texting about dinner plans while driving, rear-ending a car that then killed a pedestrian. She now faces up to 10 years behind bars.
Beating Black Friday, how to game your shopping and your credit card to come out debt-free.
And leaving it all on the dance floor. The stars stunning the judges and the fans going bananas for Hannah. The Bachelorette and Allen sweeping the ballroom, crowned the new dancing champs. Now all the finalists are here live for our epic after party, only on GMA. Good morning, America! Woo!
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
You heard them. Good morning, America, and a good morning to the Dancing with the Stars champs and finalists. They flew all night to join us here live in NYC.
Excited to get off that plane. Bachelorette Hannah Brown and her partner Allen winning the Mirrorball Trophy, and they brought it with them here to Times Square. We cannot wait to talk to them all about their experience on Dancing with the Stars.
What'd you say, bananas for Hannah? We're going to begin with that Thanksgiving weather threat. As a record number of people prepare to travel for the holiday, 2 storms and a new wildfire are causing trouble this morning. Take a look at the snow in Colorado. Hundreds of flights have been canceled as millions get ready to fly. Ginger tracking all the latest. Good morning, Ginger.
Good morning, George. Dozens of states are under some sort of alert, from California to New York, including Nebraska. Chicago could have 60-mile-per-hour winds. Look at Colorado now. A blizzard warning was just put into effect. So that's going to mean to you that it's not only the snow, but snow blowing so badly it could make it impossible to travel. So that's on our map here. Winds gusting still to 40. Denver could end up with 10 to 14 inches of snow, and that's where we find our Clayton Sandell this morning, just south of Denver. Clayton?
Hey, Ginger, you can see, look at all of this snow. This has all fallen in about the last 6 hours. This is Interstate 25 behind me here. It is mostly abandoned. We're just seeing a few cars, big rigs, and the occasional snowplow, but it is very dangerous, icy and snow-packed. We've seen smaller trucks and cars sliding around, so very dangerous conditions right now. And you can see here we've got easily a foot of snow already, reports of up to 2 feet in the mountains, and this could not be coming at a worse time for holiday travelers. Interstate 70 is shut down in several places. Interstate 76 shut down from Denver all the way to Nebraska. So officials are begging people, if they don't have to travel, stay off the roads, because this snowstorm, Ginger, is far from over.
That's right, Clayton. Far from over, and now going to impact more folks all the way to Minneapolis. So let's track it. That's through the day today into this evening. 6 to 9 inches of snow could fall in Minneapolis, with still those gusty winds to 35. You saw them in the shot there with Clayton. Chicago could see 60-mile-per-hour gusts. You know what that's going to do to O'Hare? It is going to make for a mess by tomorrow morning. And then severe storms from St. Louis down to Louisiana and Mississippi. As if that wasn't enough, I've got another storm to tell you about. This one could be even worse, could be historic. Right along the state line of Oregon and Northern California, you've got 50 to 80-mile-per-hour gusts going to happen here. This storm could bomb out, as we call it. That means it will rapidly intensify through tonight into tomorrow. What it'll also mean is mountain snowfall on the order of 1 to 3 feet. Now, this doesn't stop there. Southern California gets into this, so flash flooding could be a possibility. Even in the mountains around Los Angeles, you could end up with 3 feet of snow, gusty winds to, say, 40 miles per hour. Speaking of the wind, you know that Macy's Day Parade, their threshold for flying the balloons is 35-mile-per-hour gusts. 37, right there on the map. So it's going to be a gusty one in the northeast. Anybody want to go to Orlando? Because that looks nice. 81. And then that rain into the desert southwest. I got one more storm to tell you about. This is when you're trying to go home on the West Coast. This is Sunday into Monday. We're going to be watching this one for the intensity, but it looks like more mountain snow and certainly some heavy rain right at those airports. Guys?
I was waiting for one more thing that we didn't want to know about. Okay, as we heard Ginger just said, hundreds of flights, they've already been canceled this morning as a record-breaking holiday travel week gets underway. More than 31 million people are set to take to the skies, and David Curley is at Dulles Airport with more. Good morning to you, David.
Morning, Michael. You can see folks are lined up ready to start their holiday travel, and already the weather has meant cancellations, more than 500 flights in the country. And as you saw those pictures from Denver, 460 flights already canceled in Denver. And don't forget, Denver is a transfer hub, so that could ripple through the system. So what does travel look like over the next couple of days, the good times and the bad times? Well, today, 2.8 million Americans expected to fly. And then tomorrow, we get very close to a record. And then watch the numbers dip dramatically. Thanksgiving, less than 2 million flying. On Friday, close to what is normal, a little more than 2 million. Then Saturday will be like today. And Sunday could be the busiest travel day ever in U.S. passenger history. 3.1 million folks expected to travel. And of course, as Ginger said, the weather continues to be a concern throughout this part of the holiday, Michael.
A big concern, David. And with that record number of travelers expected this Thanksgiving, what about getting through security for everybody?
Yeah, it's kind of a problem, and we've been kind of watching here today. You can see the TSA at checkpoints at airports around the country, like this one here at Dulles Airport, say that they have added officers and they are using overtime. Now, they've dealt with 2.8, 2.9 million, but never a record of 3.1 that's going to come on Sunday. They say they're prepared. It's going to be a challenge, Michael.
All right, David, time will tell. Thank you so much. Robin?
Remember to take off the belt. That will help when you're going through. We had that wildfire that erupted in Santa Barbara overnight, scorching more than 3,000 acres, forcing mandatory evacuations. Will Carr is on the scene for us there in California. Good morning, Will.
And Robin, fire crews have been working relentlessly here in Santa Barbara County throughout the course of the evening, trying to jump on these flames overnight. You can see these flames have raced up this canyon right here. You can see those embers dancing through the air. That is the biggest threat that has been going on because it's pushing the fire all around this area. This is one of 2 fires burning in California right now in a fire season that could last through the end of the year.
The Cave Fire scorching more than 3,000 acres overnight.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Panicked residents fleeing, forced to drive through a hellscape. Those raining embers and terrifying flames shooting across evacuation routes.
The last resident at the north end of Ontario is evacuating. She just advised that the main house on this property is off of Mybeck, occupied by about 30 people right now with large horses.
The flames, fueled by wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour, inching closer and closer to these homes. Even as Firehawk helicopters with infrared technology cut through the dark of night, relentlessly attacking the fire drop after drop. On the ground, firefighters jumping on hot spots, whipped around by Santa Barbara's notorious sundowner winds.
The fire started way up on top of Camino Cielo and it made a real quick run down the hill. The big thing is going to be the winds as they continue. This winds in this little canyon here, they've been going down canyon and then they kind of turn around and then they come back up. It's been very erratic.
This morning, these neighborhoods will be smothered by smoke and darkness. The fire knocking out power to hundreds of customers.
At this point, this fire is 0% contained. Fire crews are hoping to get a little bit of help from Mother Nature later today. There's rain in the forecast, but with that rain comes the threat of mudslides, and we have seen that double-edged threat in the past couple of years. It is so smoky out here, it's really hard to breathe. We have seen that double-edged sword with the fires, then the mudslides, so many times in recent years. George.
Boy, no relief at all. Okay, we'll get inside. We're going to go to Washington now and new developments in the impeachment showdown. In a setback for President Trump, a federal judge has ruled that former White House counsel Don McGahn must testify, saying presidents are not kings and calling the White House claim of absolute immunity fiction. Our senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega has the latest. Good morning, Cecilia.
George, good morning to you. This is a serious blow to the White House's efforts to stonewall this impeachment investigation, and we are now likely looking at a major showdown that could go all the way to the Supreme Court. The federal judge delivering a blunt message, ordering former White House counsel Don McGahn to testify in the impeachment inquiry, saying, per the Constitution, no one is above the law. The scathing ruling a win for House Democrats faced with repeated stonewalling from the Trump administration, blocking testimony from top aides like McGahn and former National Security Advisor John Bolton. But now, the judge saying presidents do not have the power to kneecap House investigations, and that White House aides are not absolutely immune from cooperating with Congress, writing, quote, the primary takeaway from the past 250 years of recorded American history is that presidents are not kings.
This is not just about this president. This is about upholding the rule of law.
Overnight, Democrats claiming victory.
It's good that the judge agreed with us. It's the law. Its oversight is American as apple pie.
But the decision not expected to have an immediate impact on the impeachment inquiry. The Justice Department says it will appeal, setting up a legal showdown that could go all the way to the Supreme Court. But this morning, the big question, what does the ruling mean for other potentially game-changing witnesses like Bolton? Bolton's lawyer has said his client would not testify unless a judge ruled he was legally allowed to defy White House demands. Democrats argue this does just that. Sources tell ABC News Bolton's team is now reviewing the decision to determine if it impacts how they proceed, and he has already made it clear he knows a lot about President Trump's pressure campaign on Ukraine at the very center of the impeachment inquiry. So even if these new witnesses emerge, Intel Committee Chair Adam Schiff says that he is laying out a timeline and they are moving fast. He says soon after Thanksgiving, Democrats plan to deliver this report that will form the basis for these articles of impeachment. And if there was any question, George, about which way they are leaning on this, Schiff says his panel has uncovered, quote, massive amounts of evidence and corrupt intent by the president.
Yeah, that report is coming next week. Cecilia, thanks very much. Let's get more on this now from our chief White House correspondent, John Karl. And John, let's start out with that question where Cecilia left on John Bolton. Nothing is stopping him from testifying. He can volunteer to testify right now. The question is, will he use this new court case as cover?
And of course, this case is about Don McGahn and is not about John Bolton. But George, a source close to Bolton tells us that he is looking at whether or not this would apply to his case as well. Of course, the judge wrote it in a very broad way, and we know that Bolton wants to talk. So I think this brings him a step closer to talking to Congress. But George, it also looks like Bolton is likely to wait the results of the administration's appeal on this case before making a decision on that. So I wouldn't look for him to testify immediately.
Right, that could take weeks or months. Meantime, big decision yesterday from the Supreme Court on President Trump's taxes. They've stayed the subpoena from the House, who wants President Trump's taxes. Two big cases on President Trump's tax returns to be decided or at least considered by the court in the next week or so.
Yeah, now this is a temporary victory for the administration because they were ordered to turn over those taxes now, but it is a temporary one. The Supreme Court has made it clear if they take up this case and the other related case, they would hear it quickly, but quickly by the Supreme Court's standing is not quick compared to Congress. The results of this would not likely, you'd have a case argued next year, not ruled on until June, but that's right in the middle of the presidential campaign.
That's right. And John, the courts were busy yesterday. Another ruling that documents related to this Ukraine inquiry will come out in time for impeachment.
Yeah, this is a big deal. This was a Freedom of Information Act request, some 300 pages of documents on the administration's decision to withhold aid to Ukraine. This would be the first time we have seen White House documents on this issue, George.
John Karl, thanks very much, Robin.
And George, now to the growing firestorm over that Navy SEAL convicted of misconduct on the battlefield but defended by President Trump. Now the Navy Secretary, fired in the fallout, is responding. Senior national correspondent Terry Moran has more.
Former Secretary of the Navy Richard V. Spencer is condemning the President of the United States, saying Donald Trump's actions send a dangerous message to the troops.
That you can get away with things. We have to have good order and discipline. It's the backbone of what we do.
Spencer's firing was part of the fallout from a Navy SEAL's war crimes case. That SEAL, Eddie Gallagher, was acquitted of stabbing to death a teenage ISIS captive in 2017, but he was found guilty of posing inappropriately with the corpse. The Navy convened a review board to determine if Gallagher could keep his trident pin, a symbol of his status as a Navy SEAL, and retire with that designation.
Somebody has their back, and it's called the president. of the U.S., okay?
President Trump supported Gallagher and issued an order allowing for Gallagher to keep his pin.
With Eddie Gallagher, you know that story very well. They wanted to take his pin away, and I said, no, you're not going to take it away. He was a great fighter. We're going to protect our war fighters.
Spencer hit back at the president.
I don't think he really understands the full definition of a warfighter. A warfighter is a profession of arms. And a profession of arms has standards that they have to be held to, and they hold themselves to.
Defense Secretary Mark Esper says Spencer was forced to resign for violating his chain of command by trying to make a deal directly with the White House not to intervene in this case. Spencer says the president's involvement goes against the values of the U.S. Navy.
What do I stand for as Secretary of the Navy? Good order and discipline of the United States Navy. That's a prime tenet. This, in fact, erodes that.
This morning, the president is weighing in again on Twitter, saying, I will always protect our great warfighters. I've got your backs. The fallout from all this is apparently split opinion in the military, which has always prided itself on staying out of politics. But in these times, that's getting harder and harder. Michael?
I agree with you on that, Terry. All right, thank you so much. And now to that chaos at a mall in California overnight. Gunfire breaking out, sending shoppers fleeing and hiding. At least 2 people were injured. ABC's Eva Pilgrim has the story.
Overnight, a horrifying scene unfolding as shoppers in this Bakersfield mall flee from erupting gunshots. A witness capturing the terrifying moment on tape as shoppers hid in the back of a store.
What's going through my mind is what would happen next? Am I gonna die? You know, it's pretty crazy.
Sounds of screaming and yelling filling the air, people racing away from this food court. 2 males hit, suffering from non-life-threatening gunshot wounds.
We heard the shots ring out. There was at least 4 to 5 shots. After that, we all ran to the back of the store, and then we locked down the gate.
Shooting inside the mall, anywhere from 5 to 15 shots heard.
Police putting the mall on lockdown.
Everybody started evacuating, and there was a couple kids that got left behind, and I started crying, and in that moment I just knew I needed to just evacuate them quick as possible.
And this morning, a manhunt underway as cops search for the suspect who pulled the trigger.
And police in California are hopeful that those witnesses in the food court as well as the public will be able to help them track that shooter down. Guys.
Glad everybody will be okay. All right, thank you, Eva. Also this morning, I want you guys to take a look at this close call in the water. Surfers trying to catch a wave, but this time the wave nearly caught the surfer. See the surfer there, and the jet ski rides in to pick him up, and this is on the Portuguese coast. As the surfer hops on and hooks his board to the jet ski, take a look behind them. They are engulfed by that massive 50-foot wave bearing down. The driver hits the gas, pulling the surfer along, and they came out all right. That jet ski hit up to 60 miles per hour to get those guys out of there. And the World Surf League posted this video calling it one of the craziest rescues ever seen. That's why I will watch.
I'm with you there, That's Michael. 2 of us. Following a lot of other stories this morning, coming up the case of a woman who was texting while driving, convicted now of vehicular homicide after rear-ending a car that killed a pedestrian.
And the manhunt underway for the brazen thieves at the center of that jewelry heist. The new clues caught on camera. But first, let's go back to Ginger.
You know, Robin, with all that travel talk, I feel like Memphis, all the way to Little Rock into southern Illinois, has to watch for severe storms today. Let's get to the Tuesday trivia now, brought to you by Consumer Cellular.
We rent this cabin every year.
Yeah, it's perfect for us. Affordable, convenient, just what we need.
Like our wireless service, Consumer Cellular. We get everything we need at a really great price.
Consumer Cellular offers talk, text, and data for as low as $20 a month. And they've received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 7 times in a row.
Switching was easy. We even kept our phones and numbers.
And more of our money.
Make the switch to Consumer Cellular. Call, go online, or find us at Target.
Take advantage of today. Going to be even better than yesterday. Temperatures will top out in the lower 60s with sunshine throughout the day. Clouds increase tonight, and we're going to get a little rain tomorrow morning, followed by a lot of wind. High winds Wednesday afternoon through Thursday afternoon. Potential gusts just over 35 miles per hour. And then as we get into Thanksgiving, those wind chill temperatures with that 50-degree high, mainly in the 30s and 40s throughout the day. Another weather system late Saturday.
Right back.
All we've done all this time.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir, at my friends.